We are joined today by Alex Coleman, the CEO of Tilt, the most customer-centric cannabis company. Could you explain that for us, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely, and thanks for having me. The idea is that we've built a company that has an infinite loop of information, and it starts with our geneticists at the local level, identifying plant strains that have the most efficacy for certain outcomes. At the other end, we have a technology platform that understands consumer purchasing patterns and data, and we try and match those two together to make sure that we are delivering to the customer what they want, when they want it.
4 companies have come together to create Tilt. Could you take us through them? There's Brightside, Baker, Sea Hunter, and a Canadian company, Santé Veritas, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Each of them with their strengths, working together as a team. Could you just give us some of the broad strokes?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a real synergistic four-way merger in the sense that we all brought something different that added value to everybody. So I co-founded a company that did a seed-to-sale model, which is pretty traditional, asset-based. Okay. And that means you need to start with a plant, process it, package it, distribute it, get it on the shelf. The next part of that leg was Brightside. And what they had done is they kind of created 2 bookends for our business that fit perfectly and transitioned us into the technical side of the business. On one end, they solved a problem for us of scale. They had developed a proprietary prefabricated modular build room that we can ship from a central location to any state. We plug it in and we grow cannabis in it. It's typically 625 square feet per room, and we expect to get about 300 to 320 pounds of annual yield per room. And so the scalable aspect of that Brightside brought is these proprietary build-outs allow us to scale perfectly with demand and match capital expenditures with production. Baker already has 1 out of every 3 dispensaries on its platform.
Wow.
They have 2 million unique customers. Those customers are unique to the stores that they service, so it's a pure B2B model. But now they can engage with that customer. And the way they do it is they send out 35 million messages a month based on what the stores want them to tell their consumers to drive foot traffic. The 4th leg is Santé Veritas, and they brought 2 very valuable things. One is they're in the middle of their process to get a licenses, both cultivation and extraction, but also a dealer license. And that allows you to do the import-export part. And they had a 50,000 square foot facility just north of Vancouver with very low utility rates, and that allows us to focus on the consumer through our packaged goods side.
Wow. That's some fascinating stuff. What is directly next for Tilt, this well thought out amalgam of 4 companies now? What's the future?
Expansion. I mean, so we've established our company in a way where we can go from state to state and operate in the exact same format, same SOPs, same people. The limitation in the United States, as you know, is transporting THC across state lines. Yeah. But we can take our capital and our knowledge base and go everywhere and do it the same. And up until now, the industry's evolved a little bit in the United States where most brands that go across state lines do it on a licensing basis. We're very focused on product quality and assurances because at the end of the day, it's all about the consumer. Isn't it? Yeah, and so all of our brands are manufactured in-house. Now, we don't have to start with the same raw material that we derive. If we're in states where the big wholesaler of plant material, we'll buy it. We cultivate mostly out of necessity, not out of interest. But at the end of the day, for us, it's about delivering to the consumer that product in every state on a consistent basis. So that's our domestic strategy. The other part of our domestic strategy is clearly technology, where we would just want to support the industry on a B2B basis. And everything we're doing on that front is trying to provide an end-to-end solution, whether you're a retailer or a wholesaler, to try and give you the opportunity to access more points of sale and more customers and do it more intelligently. And so all of our software and technology platform right now is designed to provide that solution for you, a turnkey basically solution. Right? Globally is different. So we've got 330 million people in the US, there's 34 or 5 million in Canada. Yeah. There's still 635 million in the EU, and that doesn't get to the rest of the world. Wow. So for us, we're looking at Southern Europe as an access point to the EU to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, Alex, this is fascinating. We could talk forever, but this has been a terrific discussion with you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great.
We are very pleased to be joined now by Joel Milton, the co-founder and CEO of Baker, part of Tilt. What is Baker's strength, Joel? What do you bring to the table? What's your part of the teamwork that makes up or comprises Tilt?
Yeah, so Baker started 4 years ago back in Colorado when it was the first state to go recreational. Okay. And we basically built a platform to help dispensaries figure out who their customers are. When the doors open for recreational, there's this flood of new business into these stores, but it's a cash-only industry, right? So these customers would leave and dispensaries would have no idea who came in, who shopped, how do we get them back again? So we developed a CRM, customer retention tool, specifically for the cannabis industry to really help dispensaries understand their customers, who likes what, and help them be more successful.
How do the customers get enrolled in this? I mean, do you sign up, like sort of like a newsletter, and then you start getting messages?
Yeah, so we actually developed a loyalty program. So dispensaries will have an iPad that sits at the register, and customers will walk in, and it'll be like, hey, are you interested in earning rewards? And they'll say yes, and then they'll sign up with their contact information. And we also capture customer preferences. So we know that customer A likes edibles but not flower. Customer B is a big fan of vape pens. And then the customer will continue to get points each time they come back to the store. And the dispensary will have their information and can start to market to them on a personalized basis.
Air miles for marijuana, it sounds like,
Yeah,
to basically...
It is. Loyalty is really important, especially,
Sure.
there's 600 plus dispensaries across the state of Colorado, thousands nationally. And unless you start to personalize the shopping experience, customers will go elsewhere. I mean, these days, think of the last time you went on Amazon and didn't see something that was targeted towards you, right? People
Right.
expect that people cater to them, and they want to earn rewards points for their airlines or for their frequent shopping, their hotels. They want to be personalized, receive personalized content.
This is absolutely incredible. I mean, we could talk all day, but thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah, my
Joel.
pleasure. Thanks for having me. This is
Incredible
great.
stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.